What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you didn't know, my name's Jay Costa. I am a red-blooded American patriot living behind enemy lines here in the state of New Jersey, just trying to defend myself and my family and my freedom. And I am super excited because I got a brand new weapon that I'm going to conceal carry every single day, and that is the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield Plus. Now, this is the New Jersey state compliant model, the 13558 model, and there's a couple differences with it. I'll show you when we open this box up. So you're greeted first with this beautiful M&P logo on this beautiful cardboard box. Yes, they give you a cardboard box now. They used to give you plastic boxes, but whatever. Honestly, no one uses those cases anyway, so I'm going to throw this thing out. Fine by me. On the front here, you have the M&P by Smith & Wesson and made in the USA, which is always awesome. Now here is your label here. Your SKU, your model number, as I said, is 13558. It says M&P 9 Shield Plus, and the model is M&P 9 Shield, caliber 9mm. The type is pistol, and the barrel is 3.125 inches. Now, and on the back, if you wanted to know, this says printed on 40% recycled paper. So I guess the other 60% wasn't recycled. So let's open this thing up. Here is exactly how I received it from my firearms dealer. The gun is in a blue, clear plastic bag. We're going to get to that in a second. But first, let's get started with the paperwork, the most exciting part. You do have your instruction manual here showing you how to maintain the weapon, handle the weapon, all these things, right? Next, you have information on how to register your firearm for your warranty with Smith & Wesson. And lastly, you have a notice from the state of California saying that if you eat the weapon, you will get sick with cancer. It also comes with this barrel plug here, which I won't be using, and a butt plate finger rest. Let's open this up to see what this looks like. And this is actually a new base plate that goes on your magazine that kind of adds a little piece for your finger if you need a little bit more real estate to grab onto. I'll actually probably be using this. Now, speaking of this, let's actually get to the actual magazines here. It comes with 2 magazines, and one of the biggest differences between this 13558 model and the other more regular models from other states is no 13-round mag, obviously, because we are limited here to 10-round magazines. One slight disappointment is that I do like this, but you have 2 magazines, why wouldn't it come with 2? So 2 magazines, they're exactly the same. They're a double stack here, and then they go into a single stack, allowing it to have more capacity, allowing you to have 13 rounds in a free state, but not this one. The base plate has a nice M&P logo here, M&P by Smith & Wesson, and it also says Shield 10 rounds. And then you're also greeted to a very bright orange follower. And also, you get one of these locks that comes with every gun. Now onto the actual firearm. Here is the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield Plus. Now this is a very nicely sized weapon for concealed carry. I've never shot this thing yet, so I can't comment to how it shoots or anything like that, but I've always been a big fan of the M&P lineup. It has all of your standard M&P stuff. It has the fish scale serrations on the back. It has smaller fish scale serrations on the front. They actually did change, though, the trigger that these M&Ps come with. You now have a flat face trigger instead of this clunky hinge style version that people usually don't like, and they usually get an apex trigger for it a lot of the time. Now M&P or Smith & Wesson does it for you on the new M&Ps. It is a really nice flat face trigger, much better than the hinge style version for sure. It has just like a way better break, everything. It's much, much nicer. You do have a Glock style safety on the front. Speaking of safeties, this model does not have a thumb safety, but you can get it with the thumb safety. The frame is, obviously, it's a polymer style frame pistol, striker fired, similar to a Glock and similar to many other M&Ps other than the all metal versions. And yeah, it's pretty standard. It's what you'd expect from an M&P. The gripping here, the stippling, let's call it, is aggressive. Like, it's better than a Glock, but it's much less aggressive than this thing, which is frankly way too aggressive. It's like sandpaper. This literally makes my stomach carrying it every day raw, almost bleeding. It's that rough. So much so that I've thought about actually making it less aggressive with some sandpaper on its own. But this is much more tolerable, rubbing against your stomach or your waist while still being controllable and getting a good grip on the firearm when you're handling it. Now, the 13558 model is the optics ready model, so you can put any optic you want right there. It's not like the MOS with Glock where you need all these different base plates. I think pretty much any optic is going to fit on there. If you have any recommendations as to what optic to put on this, drop a comment in the comment section down below. We'd love some info because I don't have any red dot. I don't have any optics. I've never had an optic on a handgun before, so this is my first time doing so. Another thing that I didn't even notice when I was ordering this thing or buying this thing was that it actually comes with night sights. Now, obviously, it comes with metal sights, unlike the plastic ones that Glock gives you, but this model has night sights that you could see here. The other models of the Shield Plus just come with similar sights to these that are just kind of that white dot setup. This comes with night sights, which is awesome. The mag release is in the standard position, very similar to other M&Ps. Let me just show you how nicely the magazine pops out like this. I mean, it really shoots out. It's kind of nice. Much better than the Glocks that I have. They kind of get caught up because they're plastic. This thing's metal and it just shoots right out. It's kind of awesome. Now, it's very easy to field strip these as well. I'll show you how to do so very, very quickly. You bring the slide back, you lock it, you twist this to a 90-degree angle, release the slide, pull the trigger, and it is field stripped. So you can see the inside here, very, very standard M&P kind of setup. Now if you want to put it back together, same exact thing, just in the opposite direction. Okay, you slide it back, you twist this back, and you're ready to go. Now, lastly, I'm just going to compare the size of this 2.0 compact with the Shield Plus, and you could see here, I mean, it's just going to be a huge, huge difference size-wise. Mostly in the barrel. The barrel on the 2.0 compact is 4 inches. This is 3.1, but the frame as well has another, a good inch of difference as well. But yeah, overall, I'm super, super happy with this thing so far. You can't put a light on it. I'm not going to put a light on this thing anyway. I want to keep it light and concealable as possible. If I want all lights and stuff, I could get this. I could get my Glock 19 with a Surefire on it or a TLR 7A. I don't want this. I want something nice and concealable that I could conceal during the summer in summer clothes, but while also having something to actually grab onto. But yeah, that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to give you a more in-depth review and overview of this thing after I have some rounds through it. I'll also give you my experience carrying it after I carry it for a few weeks. If you have any recommendations about holsters, let me know in the comment section down below as well. But I appreciate you guys tuning in, and I will see you next time.